Hi friends, this is Dainty Tank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Dainty Tank's channel. I've been gone. I don't know if you noticed. I am sorry, but I can snap again. That's a big improvement. And my energy's back up. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you for understanding. I'm sorry I've been gone. But guess what? It's Pride Month! Oh, I forgot my bow tie. I'll get my bow tie, but I have a cat. So cat gets priority. I'm incapacitated. That's what you signed up for. You're on the Dainty Tank channel. Happy Pride Month. Guess what? We got new games. There's a Queer Games bundle from itch.io that is available for purchase. It's $60. For all of these amazing games and more. Like, I think there's like nearly 500 titles. It's nuts. Whew. But this is one I wanted to play, and it caught my eye. And so I was like, let's do this first. The link to the itch.io bundle is down below. Please check it out. For $60, it feels like a lot. If it is a lot for you, there is a pay what you can version as well. Definitely would love to encourage you to get the $60 version if you can, because there's so much in that bundle. Like, you get your value. Absolutely. So really encouraging you to go check that out. Links down below. And without further ado, let's get into this. We're playing Marcus Comes Out Online. Now, if this style looks a little familiar, it should. So a while back we played Peyton's Post-Op Visits, which was fun, honestly. Peyton basically was coming over post-op, I think, to Marcus, and talking about and just checking in on their friend as they recovered from top surgery, which was so wholesome and wonderful, and I loved it. Now we get to play it from Marcus's point of view, prior when Marcus came out online. Really awesome developer, Little Rat. They have a couple games in the bundle. This is only one of them, so go check it out. Without further ado, let's talk about a game of trans masculinity and the internet. Okay, the post is all done. I've got my name, gender marker ready to update, a new profile picture. I am so proud of you. You are preparing. You've got yourself ready. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And I've blocked a few people who wouldn't understand. Yes! Yes! We, in 2023, are no longer dealing with any sort of person who would detract from us and who we are. I am proud of Marcus for preemptively blocking the people who would detract from his life. Their life, actually. I don't know if they go by he, him, or if there's other pronouns that they want to use. Let's do this final read over. Hey folks! Let's do this. Hey folks! Here's a life update for you all. I've known for a long time that there's something in my life that needed changing. Always in the back of my mind. Kept myself too busy in university to figure things out, but in the quiet time after graduation, I finally managed to put two and two together. I've decided to come out as a transgender man, and I've chosen the name Marcus for myself. I'm excited to get ready to be myself for the first time, and I wanted to share that with all of you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Okay, one, it's always awkward to try and come out, especially digitally, because you have a lot more a lot less affect that you can have with any sort of body language or anything else that's available to you if you're in person and one-on-one. But like a big post like this is very good. I'm very proud. I wonder if this is the detail. I want people to take me seriously, but I don't want to give out my whole life story. It is perfect, Marcus. It is perfect. You're allowed to say exactly as much or as little as you want about your transition and who you are. I'm not used to my profile picture either. This is a lot shorter than I usually like my haircut. It doesn't look weird, does it? No, it looks adorable! Handsome. No, it's okay. I've done enough. Let's just do this. Breathe in, breathe out. No matter what, and no matter what happens after putting that post out, the truth you feel before you tell anybody is still just as valid after. The reactions of those around you does not invalidate who you are and your feelings beforehand. Your feelings are absolutely valid and true to who you are, and I'm proud of you for doing it. Oh, it's making me press post. Okay, let's do this. Posting. Do your likes or comments? 2 likes! Oh, people are liking it. And there's a new comment. That's awesome, dude. You're the man. I haven't seen Ryan since 3rd year. Wow. I mean, you read the post. You are the man. Sounds like him, though. Alright. He messaged, too. Eager as always. Ryan, online now. Ryan's always been friendly, so I guess I'm not surprised he reached out. No problem, man. Glad to help. You're a lifesaver. You saved my life. Thanks, lol. I'm ready to not fail now. Marcus, wow, that's such a cool name. Congrats on coming out. Yes. I think my name is pretty normal. I'm glad I got to choose it, though. Yeah, getting to choose your own name is kind of cool. Kind of cool, as someone who changed their name. Also, hi, I'm Kerrigan. I use they, them pronouns. But here is the Dainty Tank channel, and I am Dainty Tank. So, thanks. Okay. Close. Oh. Okay. I'm now out as a trans man. Finally. My family already knew, but it feels good for my gender to be known publicly. I was about to say there's coming out to yourself, which is always hard and a process, and you have to go over and get through so much internalized homophobia and transphobia, so many phobias that you have to get rid of internally, just clear and wipe all of that off. Then you have to get to the point where you feel comfortable coming out privately to people that matter to you and are there. And then there's coming out socially, which is a big leap. And then, and I hate to say it, there's also coming out socially at work, which is its own separate layer, and it continues to happen. You will continue to come out. However, the first time is very big, and I'm so proud of Marcus. I'm glad I did this here. It'd be better. It'd be hard to It'd be harder to focus in front of my parents. Yeah. Are you away? Don't really think that they got why I wanted to come downtown for a week. I didn't tell them it was for the trans stuff. Yeah, they don't need to know that it was for the trans stuff. Does not matter. They already know I'm trans, and they're definitely working hard to understand, which I appreciate, and I appreciate too. But I just needed the space to get some things done. Oh, here's a message from Aaron. Oh, hi. Well, I see good luck with it, thanks. Maybe I'll get a chance to explore downtown too, hopefully. Marcus, congrats, you did it! Aaron's the first person I told when I realized I might be trans. Ah, that's so good. I'm so proud of you. We were roommates with Peyton when he came out, so I knew she'd be supportive. Oh, good. Yay, Aaron, for being a supportive person, surrounded by the trans. Ooh, cat. Oh, that means, hold up. Ah, alright, cool. It's Pride Month officially. We have the bow tie going on. Okay, let's just reply. I did it. Nice haircut. And it looks like everyone is supportive. I'm so glad. Thanks, Aaron. Keep me posted on your downtown adventure. Sure. I think that's all I have to say for now. Let's exit this chat. Close. It's funny, I remember when Peyton came out online. Well, I'm not even sure I'd call it coming out. He just updated his profile one day. But I like having an announcement myself. It's nice to think I won't have to tell everyone one by one. But that's fair. Never got a chance to talk to Peyton about any of this. He basically ditched Leg Book after graduation. I don't blame him for ditching Leg Book. As someone who has also ditched the Leg Book equivalent IRL, I highly recommend it. Not quite up for my speed here. It's too bad. If I had to figure this out earlier, we could have figured out transition together. Yeah, but everybody transitions on their own time. It depends on their circumstances, how they're feeling, if they have anything that's blocking them internally or externally. Everybody comes out on their own timeline, and no one's timeline is any less valid than the other. Period. It doesn't matter if you figure out when you're 40, 60, it doesn't matter. Your transition, when you figure out that you need or would like to transition, is absolutely okay and valid. Maybe he'll run into the post eventually, maybe. But you know, he figured this out all on his own, so that means I can do it too. There we go. It's not even lunchtime, and I can get something big off of my to-do list. Starting the day strong. Yes! Get chest binder, adult store, yes. Yes! Safe binding, friends. Safe binding. That is a big thing. Making sure that you're using a binder that's not too tight. I know, it's hard. You don't wear it to bed, and make sure to take it off if you lose any feeling anywhere, especially in your arms. There is a major artery that goes under your armpit, and a binder can restrict that flow. And if it restricts that flow and you start to feel things going numb, you have to take it off. You just have to for your safety. Because if you don't, you can pass out and then it's restricted blood flow, which is highly dangerous. We want you around. Be safe with binding. Okay, back to the talk. Haircut at barber. Nice. Update profile. Okay, so this is a fresh cut. Dang. Update profile. Name, gender, photo. Coming out post. Yoo! Legal name and gender change. That's really that's longer. Other name change, credit card, etc. Yeah, there's so much. So much. Needles for testosterone prescription. Yes, absolutely. Surgery research. Top and bottom. That's a good point. Very good point. 2 separate surgeries. Absolutely. You can have one or the other or neither or both. Any are up for you in your transition to make you feel better about where you are. And there's some nuances to top versus bottom, so we can talk about that later though. Okay. Oh, it's making me check it. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Now for everything else. Guess of all of these, I want to work on my legal name change stuff first. So start with my birth certificate. It'll be a lot easier to change my name elsewhere with that paperwork done. That's fair, but it's generally not where you start. It depends on where you live. Let me start there. In a lot of, especially EU countries, you can actually self-declare your gender and name. It's just a form that you submit and you self-declare. For others, like in the US, for instance, when I went through mine, it's basically a big legal ideal. So you actually have to submit forms to the court. There's a filing fee associated with submitting for the court. You have to sometimes do a publishing which is where you publish that your name is changing in a local paper for anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks is the general standard. You can get it waived in some circumstances, especially being trans. You generally can, unless there is a judge who's a particular dick about it. That can happen. And then beyond that, that just gets your name changed legally with the court, and you have a paper saying that you can. From there, that's when you take that and submit it to everywhere. And it has to be, like, faxed or sent or mailed. So you have to get, like, many versions of it because a lot of people don't give them back. So you actually have to pay for copies just because people are jerks and don't send them back after you have to physically send them the copy. Don't get me started. Okay, let's see. I see the documents before, but I've only skimmed them. Right, I was trying to figure out who I can use as a guarantor. Oh, another message from the admin page for Nova Women's Gaming? Right, I'm still part of the group. I never left after university. Actually, it's kind of funny to be part of a women's group as a man, huh? Yeah, that happens sometimes, but it's absolutely valid if you want to be part of, like, a lesbian community. To be, as a trans man, lesbian is generally an inclusive space. Not all women's groups are, though. Didn't know I ended up being a man when I first joined, of course. I don't know why Nova would message me, but I guess I should check it out. Hey Marcus, we heard one of our members that you came out as trans man today. Congratulations! Let's see. Huh, that's pretty cool. It's a bit weird to get this message from the admin account. Thanks. Just wanted to make sure, now that you've come out, do you still want to be part of the group? It's a public group, so you'll be listed publicly as one of the members. We would hate to have someone question your gender based on your membership here. Oh, that's thoughtful. Oh, I love you. Oh, furthermore, we want this to be a safe space for women, and other members are uncomfortable with having a man as part of the group. That's the break there. The first part of, like, don't want you to feel uncomfortable, but you are more than welcome as part of the group, yes. Saying others would feel uncomfortable with your presence just because you've come out. Not okay. Seriously, they messaged me right after come out to tell me that I don't belong into their women's group. Was this really so urgent? Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave. You're gonna have to deal with it. I'm not gonna leave. Rethink your policy. I've met some cool people in this group, so I want to keep in touch. Not everyone here is even a woman. This group is explicitly open to non-binary members. Win. Because they feel excluded from traditional gaming spaces too. It's the same reason I joined, and I'm not going to magically change just because I go by a different name now. They're not replying yet. I wonder if I'll get kicked out. Thing is, I don't even know if I want to be in a women's group long term, especially a student group. But if I move on, I want it to be on my own terms. That's the thing. That's where I was like, yes, stay. Because I want it to be your decision when you feel comfortable and make them rethink that space. Don't feel like, oh, I just need to say something and then the problem will go away. Don't let the problem go away because it's not a problem unless they're making it a problem. You are more than welcome and valid to be in that space. Period. Well, I'm glad I made my case, but really didn't think I'd have to deal with this today. You'd think, but you'll be surprised what pops out when you actually come out. You'll be surprised. Anyways, I still got work to do. I can finish my name change forms without a guarantor, someone who can prove I've lived here for the last few years. My old doctor won't prescribe me testosterone, so I switched pretty recently. That won't work. Guess I could ask my high school principal? Feels kind of awkward though. I could potentially ask Aaron. Yeah, ask Aaron. Aaron knows. I'll make a note. As for everything else, it's lunchtime, but I think I'm mostly done now already. Fill in the details, get the forms printed at the library, then grab lunch on the campus. I'll still need to bring the forms home for the guarantor to sign, but it's good to have a physical copy to look over. Otherwise, I could just leave the form for now and go out for lunch out in the city. Yeah, let's grab lunch. You have gone through enough. You don't need to deal with that form right now. Grab lunch. There's no rush on this paper, so let's go grab lunch. I only picked up this binder yesterday, so this is the first time I'm going out with it on. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's exciting too. Let's stick with somewhere nearby for now. Can I get a name for your order? Marcus. Oh, it's Marcus. It's hard to say it confidently. My voice is pretty high still. Got it. Hey, they wrote my name on my cup. I know, that's so exhilarating when you first do it. My first thing I actually did was I changed my name on my Dunkin' cup. So anytime I went to Dunkin', I got my name on the cup. And it was so happy. I mean, I'm sure they do that every time, but it's the first time for me. Yes, it is, and it's valid. It's more exciting than I thought it would be. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I ended up bringing this cup all the way back. I am so proud of you. It's kind of silly, but it's the first time a stranger has acknowledged my name. It feels worth celebrating. I need to take this binder off for a bit, though. It's hot out there. I've only worn this thing for a half day and it already feels like so weird taking it off. Yeah. Once you feel right, it feels weird. My shoulders are kind of stiff. The clerk did tell me this could happen. Didn't expect an adult sword to know so much about gender gear. You'd think, but honestly, like, they're one of the few spaces you can get stuff. But they had a weird, but they had a whole binder exchange program. So I got this one for free. And they even helped me with the sizing. Yes! Thank you, enablement. Okay, feeling all cool down, let's put this back on. Looking good. Looking great. Okay, that's taken care of. What do I do next? Well, I'm in town. I should look for local LGBTQ events. Yes. Pride Month is already over, but I'm sure there are smaller groups and events. Pride Group Month is just beginning for us. Yeah, I'd better see what I can find while I'm here. There's not much on the LGBTQ community at home. Yeah, you need to be in a bigger city for a lot of the community aspects to really kick in. Once you're actually further out, it's harder for you all to come together. So community in bigger cities is actually a lot more, you get to actually feel and experience the LGBT community. Here's some articles about Pride Month. I'll have to wait until next year if I want to join anything. Oh, an LGBTQ community center. That's a really good start. Yeah, go there. The regular events include, there's some support groups. Go to those for help with things like housing and substance use. Absolutely valid problems within the community. Don't need that, but I'm glad they're there. Yeah, but you can still go to meet other people. This group is just for transgender folks. That's really cool. That's really cool. And it's the 9th. I didn't know I can commit to communing here regularly, though. Still, go. I'll definitely bookmark this page for later. Or you can go. You don't have to commit regularly. You can commit tonight. Go for it. I was hoping for more social events, though. That's just support. I know they've got gay bars in the city. But that's too many people for me. Absolutely valid. Maybe they've got some kind of LGBTQ gaming community? That's what I was about to suggest. Go for the gaming community. Oh, this actually looks pretty promising. Let's add it to the bookmarks. Oh, we got more messages. It's Bean on Duckcord. Duckcord, not Discord. Duckcord. Bean. Oh, I never told him I was trans. Pretty sure he thinks I'm a cis dude. He's always fun to talk to. And there's also a message from Diana. I met her through Nova's Women's Gaming. I hope she isn't the one who mentioned me to the admins. Maybe I'll just leave those for now. It's gonna bother me if I don't know what she said, though. Ugh. Okay. I guess save. Okay, check from Diana. I wonder if this has anything to do with what's going on with Nova. I'd rather take care of this sooner rather than later. Oh, hopefully I don't regret this. There are snacks? Yes, there's a good reason to go. I'll bring you back then. Awesome, thank you. Hi Marcus, congrats on coming out. I know it's been a while. I'm friends with one of the execs, and she mentioned you got into a bit of a fight the other day. Oh, you don't know her. She joined this year. In any case, I'm really sorry that happened. Of course, you still belong in the group. You're totally right. Just because you're a trans man doesn't mean you haven't been through the same thing as the rest of us females. Yeah. I was thinking we could write up a post in solidarity to set straight anybody who thinks otherwise. I don't think setting straight is what happens when you come out, but I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I'm literally just in this group to chat with my friends. Words cannot even describe how much I don't want to make a post saying, hey, I'm a man, but I'm female like the rest of you, don't worry. I'm sure she's trying to help, but just reading this makes me feel kind of gross. Calling me female isn't very supportive. I mean, you have had lived experiences, so, but I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't read that as Diana calling you a female, but saying that you've had lived experiences together, but I might be wrong in how that's worded. So, might be wrong on that. But I think you should be upfront if I don't want any kind of post. I don't want any kind of post. I've said my piece already to the person who's giving me trouble. I'm only really in the group to keep touch with old friends. It's mostly newer members now, since it's a student group. Making a big deal of this to strangers just sounds like inviting trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed you wanted to speak up about this. Yeah, not every fight is your fight. Even though there's opportunities for you to say your piece and be upfront about, like, hey, this is wrong, doesn't mean that's on you to have those conversations. That's a big burden, and a big burden that anybody in any minority group will have. Well, just remember, you're always welcome to come to future events if you're in the area. Thanks, Diana. Alright. I don't think Diana really gets it. That could have been worse, but I don't know. Maybe I should check on Bean's message too. Sure, it'd be less frustrating. I don't know. Bean sounds like he could be like Bean. I don't trust Bean. Yeah, I'm gonna make a decision. I'm not gonna check. Come on, let's just check. After the way things have been going, maybe kind of nice to talk to someone who doesn't know I'm trans. Oh god. Destroyer of Beans! Bean Destroyer 762. Okay, the underwater level isn't bad actually. Are you not playing Zelda? Okay, but that's fun to skip. It's not actually fun to play. It's fine glitchless, it's just slow. So much I can't relate. Are you watching the charity stream this weekend? Okay. Yep, totally unrelated. I forgot this happened already. Not sure. I've been pretty busy, to be honest. They'll upload it after, no worries. Watch the pants percent run at some point. The pants percent? Is that like Mario's nipple percent? Where it's as fast as you can take Mario's shirt off? But it's pants. I don't know if I'll actually finish, but it'll be wild either way. Give me the live commentary. Will do. Since I'm doing all this coming out today, I guess I could just tell him. Could also just end the chat here. Oh! Okay, we're gonna do it. By the way, I'm a dude now. Just wanted to mention. Wow, it's out there now. Where's that coming from? Were you not always a dude? Nope. Wait, did you used to be a girl? Oh, maybe I should have phrased it differently. It's kind of spur of the moment. No, he thinks I'm some kind of fused. I'm not sure how to reply. Sure. No. No, not really. It's more like everyone thought I was a girl when I was little, and eventually I figured out I disagreed with that assumption. So now I identify as a trans man. Just letting you know. Ah. LMAO, I just thought you were a dude this whole time. That's wild. Thanks, Bean. I'm not totally sure, but it seems like Bean got what I was trying to say. I think Bean got there. I'm glad to have cleared that up. Cleared the beans. Looks like the DMs are all clear for now. Does look like there was some activity on the post, though. Ryan, that's awesome, dude. Huh, there's more likes than I expected. A few congratulations from people I met in uni. Don't actually know them that well, but I do appreciate it. I'll just thank them for that. I set the post to friends only, so there's no weird comments from strangers or anything. That's good. Still, just keeping track of this thing is tiring. Yeah, your nerves must be shot. But the support group I was interested in starts in about an hour. Feeling good today, I won't get another chance unless I come back into town. On the other hand, if I could go once, if I can go only once, I don't know how much I'll get out of it. I'm sorry I'm dyslexic, things change on me. Maybe it would be better to just chill and play games for a while. Nope, go to the support group. We're going to a support group and we're telling them we just came out today. You are getting all of the hugs, maybe some rainbow merch. They'll come from where it's okay. I think I'll go to the support group. Yes. When else am I going to be able to meet so many trans people? Exactly! When else? Just do it. Do it. Okay. Oh, hi. So you're visiting the city. It's great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Please feel free to use any name and pronouns you feel comfortable with while you're here. It's totally fine if they change from time to time. That's it. You are allowed to change and experiment with your name and your pronouns. You're allowed to try out a name. Maybe you try out Jared. Is Jared your name? No, it's probably Keith, but that's okay. For you, you're Marcus. Just try. Try it with other people. The best thing you can do is like go and have just like a moment where you're like with your friends for a few days and you tell them, please use this name and pronouns exclusively for me for the next few days. If they are millennials or Gen Zers, they will, and then you'll have basically like an immersion period of, does this feel right for me? We do ask that outside the space you don't mention names, pronouns, or other personal information of anyone here without their explicit consent. Absolutely, it's a safety clause. Makes sense. Some folks might not be safe or comfortable with sharing that information elsewhere. We want the space to be as safe as possible. 1000%. Oh, we've got a table for trans-related resources. Feel free to take anything. Take it all. They are important. Oh, there's hearts. Oh, thanks. A trans pride pin. Cool. Do it. I was about to say there has to be merch. Grab some merch. I'm not not really sure what to say to the group, but to be honest, for now, just listen. It was nice being surrounded by other trans folks, but it got pretty heavy too. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of folks don't feel safe coming out or transitioning, or they have, and the people around them aren't accepting. Some of them can barely afford housing and didn't have the money for gender-affirming clothes or treatment. People also shared their successes, though. The excitement about wearing a skirt for the first time, or getting a doctor's appointment to discuss hormone treatment. Yeah. Something I really appreciated was the older folks who were willing to share what they'd been through and how much better things are for them now. Yes. I'll be thinking about this for a while. Another DM from Ryan. Fine. I wonder what he wants. Oh, by the way, I was talking to a coworker and his sister is trans too. Cool. I have no idea who she is, but that's pretty cool, I guess. Oh, good for her. Yeah, actually, this is perfect timing. She's a lot younger than you and sounds like she's having a hard time. Her bro's been looking for someone to talk to her and stuff, and I bet you'd be able to help. Thank you, cis person, for trying to connect to trans. Whoa, wait. I don't even know this person. Besides, I'm sorry, she's having a really hard time, but honestly, I'm not sure how much I can help I'd be to a trans girl. You'd be more help than you expect, but that's why you grab the trans resources. You can always drop information to cis people who don't know how to look up safe spaces for trans folk. Resources and things for them to take a look at and talk to, and people that you could talk to that would be really better for them. That's the best way forward. Have those resources on hand so that way you can pass to others who aren't able to physically go to that trans support group space. So, very important, pass information as much as possible to other trans folks. I only know what it's like to be a trans dude. No, she's a girl now, but she wants to be a boy like you. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. That's so confusing. Oh, so he's a trans boy, and his brother knows, but is calling him his trans sister. Which is an awesome, hilarious electric engineer joke if you're a trans sister. That's funny. But is calling his trans sister to at least one of his coworkers. And now that coworker's reaching out to me so I can, be a mentor to him? I feel for him, but I don't even know where to start with this. I literally just came out. This is kind of a lot. I don't even know if this kid even wants a mentor. What can I say? Start by respecting his pronouns. I'm not ready to be a mentor. Okay, I can see what I can do. No. Start by respecting his pronouns. Start by that. If he wants to be a boy, I'm sure he'd be happier if people know him, refer to him that way. Oh yeah, true. It's just, I don't really get how any of this works, but that's how my coworker refers to her. Ryan! No! You had so much promise. She's not out yet. He's. I'm going to stop even reading that. I know he was saying he didn't want to say the wrong thing in front of their parents, so calling his sibling is just the safer call. No? There's no reason to do it in text to someone else. There is no reason why you shouldn't message. And also, he's not really sure what he wants to do about all of this yet. I guess that makes sense, but it's hard to tell what this kid actually wants from a friend of his brother. Then there's the fact that he isn't ready to come out, but his brother went and told a coworker, and Ryan, of all people. Ryan's nice, but he's really talkative. I really hope I could just... hope I'm not the only one who that he's reached out to about this. I need to think about this. I could still offer to help, but I should think seriously about what I feel comfortable doing. What can I say? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here and thinking on this because Marcus is not ready to take on talking to another transhuman about their experience. However, this transhuman is surrounded by dumb. It needs resources and community. Ugh. As someone who's literally just, like, adopted people who just needed a community. Just like, you come here. come here. Here's resources. Here's places. Here's your name and pronouns being used that you correctly. Simple human respect. I would encourage Marcus to actually reach out and do something instead of saying sorry here, because this is beyond the Ryans and the brother. This is someone who needs community and actually direction. So that's why it's important to go to things like support groups and get all of the information, any pamphlets from Pride, because then you know what resources there are to be able to pass to others. I don't really have any experience with kids though, to be honest. Like, trans or cis. Besides, like, I worry about his privacy. Like, if this kid isn't out yet, he might feel unsafe knowing a friend of his brother knows he's trans. So, like, I don't know about becoming part of his life long term, but I might be able to pass on a few resources. Yes. I don't know how old this kid is or where he is in his journey, but if you have any idea what might be helpful, I can see what I can find. Wow, thanks, it's awesome. My coworker mentioned something like, his sibling wants to try some boys' clothes. But his bro said he's super happy to give him some of his old stuff and buy him new clothes, right? But he's always been into dresses and stuff, so he's nervous everyone will stare if he changed to a boy's style suddenly. Very fair. So do you have any tips for that? Okay, I definitely wouldn't phrase it that way, but I think I get what he's saying. Basically, this kid usually dresses in a more feminine way, and isn't sure how people would react if he switched to more masculine clothes. I know Peyton didn't change much about his clothing style after coming out, and I didn't either. But I did end up donating some of my old clothes. I'll have to think about what would be the most helpful. Yeah, think on it. Click. Okay. I at least have an idea of what might be helpful to this kid. I don't know how much else I could do, but I can at least try. Fair. Okay, I think that's what I want to say. I just need to think about how to phrase it. Maybe I can find a few resources for them that might be helpful too. I think there's support groups out there for family of trans people learning how to support them. If this guy is struggling with how to support his sibling, I'd probably be easier for everyone if he had someone to talk to other than random coworkers or the trans kid himself. It's getting kind of late though. I think if dining hall closes soon, so maybe I should leave this for the day. Get dinner. Start with dinner first of all. I want to help this kid out, but it's important to take care of myself too. Yes, and nothing is going to change the kid's life right now that you can do. Dining hall closes pretty early. I'll grab something quick and come back. Fair. It's been eating here a lot this week, huh? It's nice going somewhere new for lunch, but there's something comforting about eating somewhere familiar. I'm feeling a bit out of juice for the day. Let's go back and get some rest. Here we are. Got dark fast, didn't it? Phew. I think I just want to stop for a minute and think about how the day has gone. Kind of lost track of my to-do list after a while. But yeah. I can actually check. I can't actually check anything else off. Huh. I just started work on my name change form, but I'm not sure I'm done with it. I haven't worked on the change form yet either. Did keep pretty busy throughout the day though. Didn't really expect handling DMs to take so much energy. Give yourself a lot of space because you, honey, just came out and online, which is tough. I'm so proud of him. I thought the post would be enough, but I spent so much of my day trying to explain transness to other people. You know what? Maybe I just need to rethink this. Let's see here. Now I can check off what I've done. I'm so proud of you. Use a new name in public. Try out trans support group. There we go. On top of that, I've made a plan to point a vulnerable trans kid's family in the right direction. Yes! Still a bit scary to think about anything else on here. I mean, it might be years until I get top or bottom surgery. Between research, wait times, doctor appointments, and recovery. But I think this trip has really set me in the right direction. Now that people know I'm trans, when I'm working on next steps, I can do it in the open. Yeah, you can. Erin asked me for the updates earlier, didn't she? It's been kind of a big day. Might be nice to talk to her about it. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, Erin. So, updates. I got a lot of DMs after coming out. Some folks from the uni group I was in messaged me, and they were kind of weird about me being there as a trans guy. I think I handled it well, though. Yeah, also, an old classmate reached out. He asked me to support a trans person he knows, but I'm not sure how helpful I was. I'm grateful I got the chance to. I'm sure there's a lot of trans folks out there who just think they're alone in the world. And, ended up coming out to a guy I know who, isn't even on the site. Lol. I think it worked out. Bean got it. He literally just went, "Were you not always a dude?" So I guess he already had my gender right. But anyways, meat space stuff. I used my name out loud for the first time today. Also, I love that. Anyways, meat space stuff. Not in IRL. No. Meat space stuff. When I went out for lunch, they even spelled it right on the cup. I went to a trans support group for the first time. It was kind of scary, actually, since I only knew one trans guy before. It was really cool to be around so many trans folks. I learned a lot. Honestly, it's been a lot. I don't know, I'm worried about how much I have left to do to transition. I've been trying to help folks understand, but I don't know. I didn't want this much attention, but I didn't know what else to do. Honestly, that's very valid. The thought of everyone thinking I was a woman was more stressful than the thought of telling them all I was trans. But it's still overwhelming. I really am grateful that people are supportive overall. But I already had to block some folks before coming out at all. And I'm still going to have to correct people in person all the time. Or just deal with it. Don't deal with it. Correct them. I'm just tired. Absolutely valid. I think I've said enough. Said more than I meant to. I didn't realize I was that stressed. But I'm glad I could reach out to Erin about it. She's not online, so I shouldn't expect a response for a while. It's kind of frustrating not getting one after I spent all day responding to other people, but that's not her fault. Okay, just about ready for bed. I just want to plan for tomorrow first. Given how today went, tomorrow I want to keep working on my transition stuff. I want to take the day off. I want to start on helping out that trans kid. Help out that trans kid. I was about to say, you have space and resources to help yourself with more time. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to speedrun your transition. Sounds like that trans kid does not have community and you have the opportunity. You don't need to, but you have the opportunity to be there. Take it. I've never been asked to support another trans person before. Not as an out trans person, at least. I want to do it first and do it right. After a night's rest, I should feel fresh and ready for some research. Okay, that sounds like a plan. And now for sleep. Let's keep going tomorrow. Good night, Marcus. Good night, Marcus. And Ah, that was lovely. That was lovely. Thanks for playing. Thanks for the game. That was Marcus Comes Out Online. I am glad to be back playing games with you all. I have missed you. I've missed you so much. I've missed this Dainty Take channel. I've missed you all. I was so shocked seeing 300 subscribers. Blows my mind. But we can do so much for Pride Month, and I've got so much planned. So please stay tuned. Again, I do Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. Let's try that again. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That makes more sense. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday posts. Unless I mess up my schedule. But generally, that's it. So keep on the lookout for those. I post on YouTube. And beyond that, I love you. I love you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye.